Do you think sex appeal is like something natural, something you learn?
I feel like it has to be in you, but you can learn it too. So, yeah, it can be learned.
You said you are a pretty sexy person, 1000%. Is it something that it's just in you? Something you always had? Something you grew into?
Definitely something I grew into. I think I've always been like a petite person, but I've had to learn how to own that and kind of, you know, feel comfortable in my own skin and in who I am. So I definitely had to grow into it, but I feel like practicing in the mirror and like affirming things to myself has helped a lot as well. Like, I be in the mirror like, you the shit, like, I don't know.
I love that. Would you say that's like some advice you would give to someone if someone was like, how do I tap into my sex appeal?
Yeah, definitely saying affirmations to yourself. I would definitely recommend. Yeah.
We're in this chronically online era. Chronically online. Are you that person?
Am I chronically online? Actually, yeah, I am.
Yeah.
Sometimes I feel like I take breaks, but they don't be long enough. But I feel like we're in that day and age where it's like, I'm bored, Flappy Bird doesn't exist no more. Like, niggas don't really got nothing. Can I cuss on here?
Yeah.
Okay. We really don't have nothing else to really entertain us, per se. So it's always something like media that we just have to have our eyes locked in on something.
Yes.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of us have our eyes locked on like each other, or like we're perceiving so many people
and so many things at one time.
Yes. How do you deal with that? I know you're like an artist. You have to be online. You kind of got to promote yourself and yourself. Do you feel like that takes away from anything?
I actually struggle a lot with perception. When I'm performing, I just want everybody to turn around and close their eyes and just open their ears. I don't know. I feel like it's inevitable though at the same time. Like, you're gonna be perceived, but you just have to walk with that confidence. Like, okay, I should not give a fuck what anybody around me thinks. And you just have to go on like that. Like, I don't give a fuck. This is me, and this is how I'm gonna walk into this room. And whoever feel a way about it can feel a way. But I'm finna continue on with my night.
Yes, ma'am. That goes back to that confidence.
Yeah.
Look, he answered the second question. I was gonna ask you, how do you handle the pressure of being desirable? But it seems like you're like, fuck it. Like.
Sometimes. Now, I do struggle with social anxiety sometimes, but I feel like don't put that in the
All right.
My mom's watching. No, but I feel like I don't know. It depends on how I'm feeling, honestly. And I could have an off day where it's just like, I don't want to be around all these people. Let's do something low key. Let's do something where it's like intimate and not like a lot of people. It just depends on how I'm feeling. Yeah.
I feel like I hate how we have to say like stuff like that's an off day. Girl, that's being human.
I know.
I know. But the way I feel like people having access to you, sometimes we're so used to people having access to us so much. We're like, well, if people don't have access to me right now, I'm being low key.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't know, I'm just chilling.
It doesn't always have to be low key. You just
doing
human things.
But that's the world we live in, because we all have access to each other.
Yeah,
so much.
It kind of sucks how much access we feel like we deserve. Yes. I feel like that's like something that we all struggle with. Like, okay, like for example, Halle Bailey. We didn't have to see her kid. We didn't even have to know she was pregnant. But it's people like on the internet like, show your belly. All you gotta do, you could be rocking this, you could be doing this, but you're not. That's her life, and she can do what the hell she want to do with her Instagram, and her Twitter, and her whatever the fuck she got going on, because it's her life. I feel like so. Yeah.
I feel like that's what a lot of people are forgetting. Like, when it's your life, you can really do what you want. You don't have to. You do not have to abide by that. And I feel that goes back to sex appeal. Like Bree was saying earlier, it was like with sex appeal, it's like you have it, but it's like you don't just give people access to it. Is that something you've always known? Like something you've had to learn?
Yeah. I've gotten before that I give off sex appeal without even trying, but like it's mine, you know? So I kind of feel what she's saying by that. Like, I don't have to act on that sex appeal. So yeah, I feel like you just have to own that shit. But it don't belong to nobody but you, I feel like, so.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Do you feel like you need to be in touch with your both masculinity and femininity to have sex appeal, or just one?
I feel like that depends on the person, but it's good to have a good mixture of both, you know? So, yeah.
Myles, you have any questions?
Oh, of course. So like, since we are chronically online, like how do you go about protecting your peace? Like, you know, like no matter what you do, no matter how you try to protect your image, no matter how you try to portray yourself like who you are, people are still gonna, you know, nitpick, still gonna receive. You know, you're probably your biggest critic. So like, how do you protect your peace, like in moments like that, and not let it get you?
I just recently started like developing like a prayer routine, which was something that I was struggling with because that's a whole other conversation. But I pray, I journal, I might put my phone down and just like start doing some crunches or something. I don't know. It just depends on how I'm feeling. Like I don't know. It could be a plethora of things, but I do feel like it's important to put your phone down sometimes, because all that shit can go to your head real quick. And comparisons can be made sometimes involuntarily. Like somebody could be in the fucking Bahamas, and you're like, damn, I'm working 9 to 5. I'm not at the Bahamas, but I deserve to be. But you really can't, you know, base your journey and your life off of somebody else's. But it's easy to do that because we have so much access to one another. So if didn't nobody post they was at the Bahamas, we wouldn't have saw that shit. But we did. And now we thinking these thoughts. It's just like it leads from one thing to another to another to another. It's crazy. I'm finna get chronically offline. That's what it sounded like.
So how do you keep like, you know, this level of desirability and still maintain it within your work? Like, how do you stay authentic to like who you are, and how do you let that reflect in your work and not let those external forces really change who you are?
I feel like I have a good sense of self. Like I'm very self-aware, and I feel like I just know myself. I'm very in tune with myself and the way I see things. And I guess my personality is a leading factor in that too. Like I enjoy myself. I enjoy my time alone. I enjoy my time with others too, but I know that I'm always gonna be Jay. So, I don't know. Yeah, I guess stay in tune with yourself.
So how do you decompress? Like, how do you get away from the fact that it's never going away? Like, you know, the life that we live as children, where, you know, I'm gonna get on my Game Boy, I'm gonna go outside, it's over. Like, you're gonna be online. The older we get, the more online we're gonna get. Like, how do you, like, feel yourself, you know, continuing to grow to be a better person and, like, still, like, keep out that spotlight, or still, you know, like, try to, you know, not buy into what, you know, the world's turning into?
Well, I feel like you have to maintain, like, healthy coping mechanisms. Because, I don't know, maybe not even coping mechanisms, maybe that's not the word I'm looking for, but like, just ways to stay grounded, I guess. You just have to stay grounded. But that shit is sad now that you think about it. We are not those kids anymore.
Man,
Frank Ocean fucking said that shit. How do I decompress? Like I said, and I hate that I'm so heavily dependent on my vices. I feel like that's a vice. Along with alcohol, like we was talking about before, like I need this to loosen up, like I'm nervous, I don't know, like, I don't know. Damn, now I'm thinking and I'm gonna have like an existential crisis. So
I'm sorry, this is me earlier. I was like, that's the same shit.
Damn.
It's really crazy as fuck.
No, it is crazy.
I was thinking about like, the Apple Vision Pro shit, and I'm like, damn, like, this is the first one. This shit kind of hard. Like 5 years from now, we finna be walking in like the metaverse on some nut shit.
Bro, that's crazy to even think about.
God.
We should turn phones off for like a year.
Something. I feel like we get better as people.
Man.
We'd at least get nicer.
Yeah.
Like
Bring back true human interaction.
Man, running into niggas at the park, talking to your neighbor.
Bro, the airport, like, all you see is niggas like this. And they just locked in.
Damn.
Waiting and stuff. I don't know. Any more questions?
I'm here to say, I think that's it.
Cool.
For me.
I'm trying so hard not to talk. I'm sorry.
I mean, you can talk.
I know. It's a conversation.
It's a conversation, so it's like, you know, the mics will pick it up. You can.
No, I don't have any questions, but no, you're speaking that real shit. Like nobody talks to people anymore.
Not for real. Niggas thought they were just. That's why I love being a kickback person. Niggas talk.
I love getting kickback. And a set. We used to have sets back in the
Man,
day.
this
Them sets.
I ain't gonna want to admit it.
Me either.
I'm telling you.
Pass around like.
Hey, we leave fried. Everybody had fun.
Yes.
We put out the car.
We had the music going like.
I'm telling
It was
you.
straight.
Niggas leave 2 in the morning on campus. Ah man, take it back. The pandemic ruined everything.
No, literally.
But
We should have more everybody like puts their phone in the basket. Yeah.
I hope I want to have a siblings party where
I'm actually
niggas
down.
put
And
their-
you just have like a film
party
camera.
too.
Mm.
And like do like the same kind of situation, maybe not so like of a set, more like a podcast type of thing.
Yeah.
See where the conversation goes without us like having a conflict
Nah, for real.
Exactly. Like shit gets awkward, you're like, oh,
No, she got let me see what's on Twitter.
Right.
They'll bring this up, yeah.
Or like them silences that just come out of nowhere.
No, because I don't even be thinking they awkward silences. Niggas
Yeah,
just don't always be having something to talk
Yeah,
about.
sometimes you just.
The conversation just be dying. Like, well,
but then